They say, learn from your mistakes. I say, learn from Gabby Solis because she made them in heels with confidence and somehow came out emotionally intact. Okay, serious question. Why did watching Desperate Housewives teach me more about self-worth than half the self-help books I paid for and never finished? Specifically, Gabby Solis, a woman who solved most of her problems with confidence, dresses, and emotional avoidance. And somehow, still grew. Let's talk about it. So, lesson number 1. Let them think it just looks. Okay, can we start with something slightly controversial? Gabby wasn't just stunning, she was strategic. Yes, beautiful, of course, obviously, but also emotionally intuitive, calculating when needed, and very aware of how people work. And that's what everyone underestimated, because when a woman is attractive, people rush to assume that's the whole story. They stop looking for depth, they stop listening closely, and Gabby used that. She let people think she was just charming, dramatic, maybe a little shallow, while quietly understanding exactly what was happening in the room. She played the game with a smile, and somehow, I don't know how, ended up smarter than everyone who thought they were smarter than her. And honestly, that's not manipulation, that's awareness. The real lesson here isn't be clever, it's this. Never underestimate the power of being underestimated, because when people don't see you as a threat, you get to observe, you get to learn, you get to move differently. Gabby didn't need to announce her intelligence. She let people discover it too late, which, is kind of iconic. Another thing I noticed, and this one hurt a little, Gabby isn't confident because she feels confident. She's confident because she acts like someone who belongs. She walks into rooms like, yeah, this is for me, even when it absolutely isn't. And that's the part people miss. Confidence usually shows up after action, not before. Your brain learns safety by repetition. Gabby doesn't wait until she's ready. She moves first and lets confidence catch up later. Which made me realize, maybe waiting to feel ready is just procrastination in a prettier outfit. Also, can we talk about how often Gabby gets called too much? Too loud, too dramatic, too emotional, too visible. But notice something, she only gets labeled that way when she's thin, when she takes up space, when she refuses to shrink herself emotionally or visually. And here's a reframe that changed how I see this. Being too much is often just being noticeable in a world that rewards quiet women. Gabby isn't excessive, she's unapologetically present. And yes, sometimes she messes up, of course, but at least she's actually living inside her own life. And then there is this part of Gabby's story that I think about way more than I expected to. When she lost everything, money, status, comfort, the version of life she thought was secure. And here's what she didn't do. She didn't fall apart in a dramatic cinematic way. She didn't turn bitter. She didn't erase herself, I don't know. She adapted. She downsized. She clipped coupons. She changed her lifestyle, but she didn't lose her dignity or her humor or her sense of self. And that's such an underrated kind of strength, because a lot of us think reinvention means becoming someone. Like you have to suffer loudly or strip yourself down emotionally to prove you've grown. Gabby didn't do that. She became a new version of herself without apologizing for the old one. She adjusted her life without shrinking her personality. And honestly, that's a lesson. You can reinvent your circumstances without erasing who you are. You can change your lifestyle and still keep your sparkle. You can rebuild without punishing yourself. Growth doesn't have to feel like humiliation. Sometimes it's just adaptation with self-respect. And maybe the bigger thing Gabby taught me, you can be flawed and still worthy. She makes bad choices, of course. She avoids feelings sometimes. She chooses comfort over growth more than once. And yet, she still grows. Not by becoming a different person, but by staying herself and softening where it matters. Which is honestly such a relief. You don't have to be healed to be deserving. You don't have to be perfect to start. You don't have to erase your personality, to evolve. Growth doesn't mean becoming boring. It means becoming more honest.